There are several ways to acquire landfire data. You can acquire landfire data using two different methods from landfire.gov, which is what this video will demonstrate. You can acquire landfire data from ArcGIS, and you can acquire landfire data using web services. To begin with landfire.gov, go to the blue world with a green arrow, the Get Data button, and select Data Distribution Site. This map shows the current status of the landfire data product, and you can click generally where you'd like to download your data for. This may take a little while to load depending on your connection. What you're observing here is the existing vegetation type in an area. You can see that by clicking on View Legends, and you'll see your different map elements along with the legend for existing vegetation type. You can change what's being displayed by View Data and check different boxes for the different layers you want to show. To download the data, go to Data, Download Data, and first we're going to select which layers we're interested in. Existing vegetation type is already selected, and I'll keep that way. I'm interested in downloading the data layers that I'll need for a landscape scale file or LCP file. I could just download the LCP file that's already generated, but I'm interested in analyzing and potentially manipulating my landfire data, so I'm going to select the different pieces of the LCP file. To select my location, I have several options. I can either draw a rectangle around my location, I can define it by a template, or I can enter XY coordinates. To enter XY coordinates, one tool available to you is the XY tool, where I can move my cursor around and get my north, east, south, and west coordinates. I can record those coordinates on a piece of paper, and then I can enter those coordinates up here once this is closed. If you're not exactly sure on this map where you need your data to be downloaded from, you can also gather those coordinates from either Google Earth or from ArcGIS. For my purposes, I'm going to define my area by a rectangle. This brings me to my request summary page, and I would like to modify my data request. Depending on the projection of the project that you're working on, you may want to change the projection that the landfire layer is downloaded in. For my project, I prefer to download in Best Fit UTM. I can also take this chance to change which data layers I'm downloading. These are the ones that I've already selected, and I can add or take away the layers that I want to download. And I can click Save and return to Summary. The technique that I use to download this information is to click Download on each layer. This way I'm less likely to miss downloading a layer. Now I just wait for each of them to download into my Downloads folder. Once all your data layers have downloaded, make sure you have each one of them. I have a total of 9. And the technique that I use to access each of these files is to copy the folder inside the zip file, navigate to my designated folder that is in a very basic file structure, one especially with no spaces in the path name. This is very important. And paste that information in. You can also, of course, use your unzipping tools that you prefer if you have them. Those folders are now ready to be accessed in ArcGIS. In an ArcMap project, you can now add your landfire data, navigate to the folder where you saved your landfire folders, and in that folder, select the grid. And this imports with an attributes table and with an assigned color scheme. You can right-click, open the attribute table, and get specific information on the number of pixels that are in each of these different categories, for in this case, canopy height. The second method for downloading landfire data is, again, from the Get Data page, going to Download Data Mosaics, selecting the year you'd like to download, finding the layer you're interested in, and this allows you to download that layer for the entire United States. This is a good feature if you are downloading particularly large areas anyway, or if you are working on projects throughout the United States so that you don't have to download individual locations each time. These are very large files, and they will take some time to download. I'm going to go ahead and cancel for now. And those are 2 methods for downloading landfire data from landfire.gov. See you next time.